Everybody, good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski early on this Friday morning where it's been mostly clear. It's cold this morning as high pressure that's currently sitting there in northeast Kansas moves away from us towards Missouri today. We're going to start to develop a stronger southerly wind. It will be fairly breezy, maybe not quite as windy as yesterday, but still fairly noticeable. We do get some midday clouds that will pass through. In fact, they're developing right now just to the west of the Tri-Cities, and those are going to push through during the day and then push eastward later on. So kind of morning sun, afternoon sun sandwiched in between. We'll see some partly to mostly cloudy skies for a time. This evening and overnight tonight, some extra clouds passing through. The winds will die down a little bit. Small chance of rain. Not a very good chance, but can't be completely ruled out. Ruling out some light rain or sprinkles tonight. I don't think we'll see much, though, so don't count on much. Tomorrow, kind of an interesting day, as we're still going to be looking at a pretty good day in most spots. We get some sunshine to return, partly cloudy skies, maybe mostly cloudy up north. Still a small chance of rain. I think your best chance is going to be up north for tomorrow. And there's actually going to be a frontal boundary across our south here tomorrow. Wherever that front ends out here, if it's there, it's going to be cooler up north, warmer to the south. And again, wherever that front ends up being could impact our temperatures because we will see a wide range of temperatures. Things start to turn a little more interesting tomorrow evening as we see some development of some showers and some isolated thunderstorms. I'm going to take this through time a little bit towards tomorrow evening. And again, especially watching northern Kansas, I think we have a chance of some rain and thunderstorms there. Severe weather threat looks to be a little higher just south of the local 4 viewing area, south of Smith Center, south of Phillipsburg, Kansas there. Meanwhile, farther north, showers and isolated thunderstorms also developing. I don't think we'll see any severe weather in those locations, but might see some thunderstorms north of the Tri-Cities. And then rain changing to snow farther to the north during the evening hours. Mainly way up north. Might be some thunder snow there. Later in the night, the rain chances will really start to pick up through the night, Saturday night, late night in the Tri-Cities area, and transitioning over to snow up north. We should see that transition near or prior to sunrise on Sunday morning. The other thing I want to note here is there's going to be a cold front situated about right there. Behind that front, strong north winds. And those winds are going to be pretty nasty during the day on Sunday. So as we transition over to snow, we're not just talking about snow and heavy wet snow. It's going to be a wet snow. We're talking blowing snow during the day on Sunday. So let's keep this going in time through the morning hours of your Sunday. And again, periods of heavy snow from time to time, and those arrows get even faster. So again, we're talking about wind gusts that could be up to 45, maybe 50 miles per hour on Sunday. So we could be looking at near blizzard conditions if the snow is heavy enough. It could be difficult to see out there if you are planning on traveling. Now, I know a lot of us would normally travel on Easter Sunday, going to family gatherings, things like that, but this year is very different, of course, with the stay-in-place kind of isolation, things like that, with the COVID-19 outbreak, pandemic, whatever you want to call it. But I know a lot of us will be home, and that's really a good thing. That a lot of us are staying inside on Easter Sunday. Maybe you're going outside to shovel the snow, might be clogging up the snow blowers because of that wet nature of the snowfall. It will continue into the afternoon, but really start to wind down later in the afternoon and into the evening hours. So that's probably the point where you want to start thinking about clearing off the driveway and things like that. But again, if you have to be out, travel not recommended if you don't have to be, because there will be some hazardous conditions out there. So how much snow are we talking with this system here? Right now, I think the north stands to have the highest amounts of snowfall in that 3 to 6 inch range. Might be higher in the panhandle of Nebraska. Tri-Cities, I'm kind of in the 2 to 4 inch range right now, with 1 to 3 farther to the southeast. So as I kind of circle some areas, first off, 1 to 3 down here. We'll go 2 to 4 in here, and 3 to 6 here, and maybe some higher amounts farther to the west. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now when it comes to the amounts. Now, this, of course, can change, but that's where my thinking is, at least at this point. But keep in mind, the snow is going to be blowing around. There's going to be some drifting of snowfall. These will be heavy, wet snowflakes because of the temperatures that aren't going to be bitterly cold. The temperatures aren't going to be too far from freezing, so it's going to be a wetter snowfall, which means when it comes to scooping up, shoveling it up after it's all done, it's going to be a little hard on the back, so be careful out there when you are shoveling snow. It's going to clog up the snow blowers for some of you that do decide to use that as well. So there already are winter storm watches in place for northern and northwestern portions of the viewing area. These are the first watches that are in place. These are not the last of them that will be issued, though. A watch is kind of the precursor to warnings and advisories that eventually get issued out, so these will eventually be upgraded. The time frame for these, 7 p.m. Saturday to 7 p.m. Sunday Central Time. Right now, those are the areas most likely to be upgraded to a winter storm warning. I'm not so sure about blizzard warnings right now. I don't think we'll quite reach blizzard criteria, but it would be close in some spots. So I anticipate an upgrade to winter storm warnings. If I were to kind of draw out an area right now, I think these areas right here would have the best chance of being upgraded to a winter storm warning, and these other areas, a winter weather advisory is most anticipated farther to the south. But we'll see. Again, there are different National Weather Service forecast offices that issue out these various warnings and advisories. That's my thinking now. Of course, that can still change. We're still a couple of days away, but that's what I'm thinking at as of right now. But again, look for different upgrades to come out over the next 24 to 36 hours as the storm system approaches. Well, on to the good news of the forecast, and that's the next 2 days. Now, after the cold start this morning, we do actually warm up. Yes, it's in the 20s now, but later today, not bad. 50s out east, mid to upper 50s, lower 60s late this afternoon in the Tri-Cities. Farther west, might see some lower 70s this afternoon. Not as cold tonight, small chance of rain. Upper 30s, lower to mid 40s for your day, for your overnight hours. Friday night into Saturday morning. Saturday, kind of a wide range in temps, and again, a lot of it depends on that front. How far north does that cold front get? Right now, I'll go with mid to upper 60s. We might get to 70 if that front can get far enough north in the Tri-Cities. More likely to see 70s farther to the south. Meanwhile, farther north, more clouds, cooler air mass, not quite as nice. 50s, maybe upper 40s up their way up to the north. So it's going to be cooler there to the north. And then here comes the bad news. Sunday, and these might be earlier day highs in many locations. We may see slowly dropping temperatures during the day, where most of us are down in the 20s by later in the day. We'll see temperatures 30s, might make it to the 40s early in the day in the southeast before that temperature drops later in the day. Now to the long range forecast. We've kind of talked about these next 3 days already quite a bit, especially that Sunday forecast. Well, what's beyond that? Well, the snow clears out Sunday night. In fact, skies will clear out pretty quickly, and as the winds die down, it's going to be very cold Monday morning. We're talking about lows down in the teens Monday morning. It will be a cold start to the morning, and temperatures don't rise a whole lot on Monday afternoon, only in the mid and upper 30s. And if that snow lasts on the ground long enough, it could really impact temperatures. Now, keep in mind, we have a mid-April sun angle at this point here, so snow can melt pretty rapidly with that kind of sun this time of the year. So that's the good news, is I don't think the snow is going to last very long on the ground because it is mid-April, not mid-February or mid-January. But it will still be a chilly and breezy day Monday. Maybe some flurries around on Tuesday. Even Wednesday, I contemplate maybe throwing in a chance of flurries here. It does warm up a little bit more. A lot of that depends on how quickly that snow can melt, but those nighttime lows are still going to be quite cold. Wednesday night, and especially late Wednesday night into Thursday, there's a slight chance of snow that would change to rain as we warm it up a little bit during the day on Thursday. I don't think we'll see a lot, and the jury's still out on how exactly that will play out, but keep an eye on that part of the forecast as we get down the road. As for, I'm going to skip these next couple of graphics. I forgot to take those out. I've already kind of talked about the Sunday snow in verbatim already, so I don't need to get into more information. High temperature trends the next couple of days. Again, today near average, tomorrow above average, then colder as we get into next week, maybe finally warming up as we look towards next weekend, back to near, if not slightly above average. Well, there's your forecast for today. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you all again on Monday following that storm system. Talk to you all later. Bye.